Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're back out here at Bel Air Golf Park. Big shout out to them for having us out. Course is looking amazing. We're going to be doing a club review, our first one on the channel. I've got a set of Yamato golf wedges. I don't know if you've ever heard of this company, based in Japan. I found them about 6 months ago on Amazon. They've been in business much longer than that, but originally wrote them off, said that's got to be something gimmicky. They've got to be garbage, right? But the reviews kept getting better. They get over 4-star reviews. Everyone says they're awesome. And the few reviews that were bad are things like, oh, my ball spins too much. So I thought, let's pull the trigger. Let's get the wedges. Let's see what they're like. We're going to go into how much these cost, what they do, how they look, and my entire experience with them. Now, starting off here right away, the box. I ordered this off Amazon, like I said. Not overly impressed with the box. It's just, for lack of a better word, it's a crappy cardboard box. It's a little beat up. I would have loved to give you a true unboxing, but literally it came open when it got to my house. I already dumped the 58 on the ground. And so if it's got a chip missing out, that's partly shipping and partly me. But let's get into it here. So right off the bat, we got a nice 58-degree wedge. Let's take the other two out too so we can ditch this box, assuming it doesn't blow back into us from the wind here. They come in different sets are available. They have a 58. Here we have a 50, 54, 58 combination. But they also offer the 52, 56, and 60. One of the things that really appealed to me is you can also buy these all individually, which we'll talk about a little more throughout the video as well. Right off the bat, I'm actually not mad at the packaging. I mean, these are at least well kept. They've got a nice bubble wrap around them. Let's start with the 58 because it's the club I'm really excited to see anyway. Get the bubble wrap off here. Get the plastic off. I'm going to pocket this so it doesn't blow into the lake. And look at this. This is nice. Nicely wrapped. Nice grip on it. One of the things that I found on the website is they do make their own grips. This is Yamato grip. I'm kind of picky about grips myself, so we'll give this a good test, see what I think. We're going to give it a smell test. We'll have to see what that's like. Oh yeah, right off the bat, I'm happy with this. The grip feels fresh. Definitely nice and tacky. Like my glove almost sticks to it, which is kind of what you want right off the bat. This will actually lose grip immediately over time as it just collects dust from the air. And overall, it's good. People are going to pick at the alignment of the grip, I'm sure. I personally am a field player anyway, so that doesn't bother me one bit. But right off the bat, that's good. Now, the smell test. It didn't pass the smell test. It smells like rubber on asphalt. I'd say that's awful as far as the smell test goes, but on a field test, they're good, and that's good. If you ever get like a nice Tour Pride golf grip or anything like that, or any of the higher end golf grips, you get those. They don't really have any odor to them, where this definitely feels like it could have some smell, but overall not terrible. The loft and lie and length are all on the shaft. These are 110-gram shafts. Overall, right off the bat, these actually feel really nice. Let's get the satisfying part done. Let's see if we can get this off and get the plastic off of it. Here we go. This is the best part. Nothing like a fresh wrapped golf club. Oh, this looks real nice, actually. I like the way the pictures looked online, but come on in here and get a look at the face. Here she is. 58. I love the little blue look. It's got kind of a Callaway type of feel to it. Full face grooves, which is going to be ideal for the golfer that, you know, doesn't strike it consistent. The face does feel a little overly sharp. You'll notice some spacing in the grooves, and it is a milled face. So that is also something interesting here. Now, one of the things online that I was really curious to look into is, are these USGA approved? And the answer is no. They've not been sent to the USGA for approval, and with the milling on the face and the depth of the grooves, they may not be fully legal. However, they're also not advertised as illegal clubs. You can buy completely illegal wedges that are just basically as textured as it can be. It's like hitting sandpaper, and those balls will just straight rip back. This is not the case with this. I wouldn't call this overly aggressive. The milling on the face is still adequate as far as I think is for playability. And this is something where for this price point, I think this could be a great club. I'm going to unwrap the other two. We're going to get out to the practice green and do a little chipping, and we're going to head out on course and do more of an in-depth review. But overall, right off the bat, I'm really excited about what I'm seeing here. That nipped. All right, just got done trying these out a little bit over at the practice green, and then we definitely went on hole one and got a little chipping right around the green, went out to about 50, 60 yards too and hit a couple shots. And these things throw darts for sure. So far, I really like the feel off the face. The only feedback I give with the bigger grooves like this, I feel like the grass is getting behind or into the grooves and I'm getting more of a jumper effect on more shots. So far, so good, I like it. One of the biggest things I look for in my wedge set is I want some versatility in the clubs I have. If I've got a 50, 54, 58, which is what we're currently working with, I want to be able to play a nice hole that's somewhere between 80 to 100 yards and be able to use any of the three into it. We're currently on the second hole at Bel Air Golf Park, which is playing about 90 yards to the middle of the green. I've got the 54 degree in hand right now. We're going to see if I can work this into the green. Normally with a 54, if I hit it full, I'm going to get probably about 110 out of it. And if I kind of feather it out and do like a 3/4 shot, it should get me to about 90, 95 yards is what I'm looking for. We're gonna see if it spins, if I can get stop on the green, and if I can control the distance on this club. Let's go ahead and see how this goes. Right at it. Might be short. Yep. Right off the bat, leaving it a little bit short. Definitely not ideal, but at the same point, I'm still learning these wedges. We'll hit a couple more and see how these go. Another one right at it. A little deep, but it nipped up nice. Look at it coming back. That one felt amazing. You could probably see from when it landed. It dropped, stopped, and came back. That's exactly what I want out of a wedge. Now, granted, these are not USGA legal. They haven't been confirmed or tested by the USGA, and they do have some things that give me some concerns on if they'd be approved. But realistically, these wedges are going to be marketed towards golfers of a higher handicap level. If you're struggling to pay for rounds, struggling to buy nicer clubs, getting a nice, inexpensive wedge set that's going to give you a slight unfair advantage might be exactly what you need. All right, so with that 54 degree wedge, that went fairly well. Remember, these wedges are not fit to me, so I did kind of struggle with direction a little bit there. But overall, the feel is very good. I enjoyed that a lot. You could see the spin on the shot that hit the green. Left one in the bunker, one a little right. Overall, I'm not mad at these results. Now, I want to practice what I've been preaching in my videos. I got my 54 degree wedge in hand here. We're still probably about 30 to 40 yards away from the green. You don't need a 60, so you don't need a 58 here either. All right, so with this, I want to practice more of the bump and run technique I was showing in some of my other videos where I'm not getting too flippy with the wrist. I've just got a nice putting stroke on it. I want to see this land on the green and either stop or just barely trickle out. Yeah, that definitely trickled out a little bit, but it tried to stop. Not bad. This is downwind, it's important to note, so maybe stopping isn't quite what I'm hoping for. It is a good result. Overall, I'm really happy with the performance of the 54 there. I was able to easily flight the ball down into the green. Like I said, struggling with some consistency and direction a little bit. These clubs are not fit for me, so I'm struggling with where my straight shot is. These are a little short and a little bent, flatter than I would normally use for my height and size. But I mean, overall, I love the performance. The ball nipped up, went really well. Now we're over on the fourth hole on the Bel Air course. We're hitting over the water, as you can see here. Got about 120 yards from where I am, which should be roughly the number the 50 degree wedge goes. What I want to look for here is, do we get consistent distance out of there, which is something they say in the description on Amazon, that the distance consistency should be good, shouldn't have a lot of problems with dispersion. This should compete with a premium wedge based off what they're telling me. So let's go ahead and hit a few shots here and see how it nips up on the green, see if they consistently go over the water. And will I have the confidence coming into a tough hole like this to actually pull the wedge out and hit a good shot? I hit it well. I'm not sure if it's the distance though. Yeah, it was nice. All right, overall, I did not strike all three of those the same. I got one Healy, one a little thin pulley, and one that was absolutely perfect, which was the first one. And as you can see here, the dispersion on this is amazing. Like I pulled one, or like I said, I got one little Healy off here on the right that landed up here and spun back. Even with the bad strike, still got spin. I got one dead middle of the green. It's got a great look. And I've got one over on this side of the green where at least I'm putting. And they're all in a perfect line here where that distance was pretty spot on, especially considering I did not strike those the same. So far, I'm really impressed. Now let's come take a look here and figure out how this goes. There's a ball mark, it spun off, and that was on the side of the green. I've highlighted in my videos before, but make sure you're fixing your pitch marks when you're out here. If you take care of the course will take care of you. Here's another one where the ball dropped and stopped right here. Got a little spin on it, and I'm perfectly happy with that. The greens the way they are right now, we're getting transitioned into winter conditions. I'm not expecting a lot of spin off of this right now. And then we got one that was way over here, and this is probably a 30-yard dispersion radius, considering how bad I struck it, but the distance is the same. And there's nothing off the face of the planet, nothing where I couldn't keep playing from and make a nice par. Overall, I'm really happy with the outcome of these. We had to move golf courses for a little bit of this video. Weather did not permit out at Bel Air the days we tried to shoot. We're out here at the Palm Valley Golf Course practice facility. Got our Yamato 58-degree wedge. See how it performs out here on the practice green with some short chip. That's in. Oh, what? All right, I've gotten to test this club at 3 different courses, 3 different greens. We're out here today at Palm Valley. They're only about 3 weeks past their overseed, so you're not getting that real rip action you're looking for. But these are definitely nipping up nice. The big grooves I think might be slightly illegal. They'll probably chew at balls a hair bit, but these are tailored to golfers that are going to be losing balls anyway. So if you have a couple little bits missing out of it, as you hit it in the houses a couple holes later, it's not going to be a big deal. Performance is super consistent, feels really good off the face. Really love the 58. So far, so good in the testing. One of the biggest things though is this is a nice black finish. The club right out of the wrapper was gorgeous. Already just from hitting them around the green, they're getting a little wear and tear. You can see some silver shining through. So I've got 6 balls here in the bunker. We're gonna hit 6 bunker shots with my 58, and then we're gonna take a little bit of a closer look at it. We'll look at it right after I hit it and after we clean it up, just to see how well it's holding up. A big part of this is gonna be price point, right? Like you don't wanna be spending 150 per wedge. You want to be spending a lower amount and still getting results. But if you're having to spend money more often, it still adds up to be the same amount. Let's see how this does out of this here. All right, 6 shots out of the bunker there. I haven't cleaned or touched the wedge yet. I want you to see it both before and after I clean it. I do want to highlight that we didn't focus on the results. I'm terrible out of bunkers, but all 6 of those actually got out pretty clean. Hit one a little long, but everything else was in a really playable area. Performance out of the bunker, I'd give it at least a B, B+ there. Very satisfied with that. Now, if you want to come in here and look at the wedge, right off the bat, you can see on the sole, it's definitely scratching up a little bit. And then on the face, we'll scrub this out a little bit more and clean it with a wet cloth here in a minute, but it packs full pretty good. Now we've given it the wipe down. So if you see here on the heel, like I said, there's the scratches that are already happening. It is a black finish golf club. This happens with my Volkey that I paid $169 for. It's definitely going to happen with a club that averages out to be like $33 a piece. So overall, though, I'm not terribly mad at that. The face, same thing. I've been missing more on the toe. This is also not fit to me, so I kind of hit more of a toe down shot. My clubs are normally bent more upright, which makes sense that the wear and tear is a little more here. If you can get a better strike on it, it'd probably be more on the bottom of the grooves. But overall, this is going to come off, but it still feels very grippy. And I don't think that the wear and tear is unreasonable considering the price. I'd have to give you more of an update of durability over time to see, but definitely not super mad at that. For the price point, the way this is holding up, it's still cleaned up decently. I can scrub a little more of that dirt out for sure. So far, I'd say it's pretty good. Overall, I'm super impressed with these wedges. Now, all three wedges performed extremely well. Let me know in the comments below how you think these are performing, if you've had a chance to try them out, and if you think this is something you'd try in the future. As well, if you have any other clubs you wanted me to try out, Kirkland wedges, drivers, putters, let me know. I want to make more videos that appeal to you on the other side of this camera here. Now, overall, these wedges are great. They had great spin, distance control was good, and the price is amazing. Like I said, I got them for $109, discounted down to $105 is what they're advertised at. I'll put an affiliate link to them below. Go ahead and use that link, and I will get a kickback from that if you choose to purchase there. If not, check it out on Amazon directly. If you want to go more the direct route, I definitely understand as well. But overall, I'm very impressed with these. The only downside is they're not USGA approved, which means they haven't been sent to the USGA to review and approve to put on their list on the website. It means I can't use this in a tournament technically, which is perfectly fine. I think this appeals perfectly to the higher handicap golfer. If you're struggling to break 90, break 100, if you're struggling to afford new equipment, you're using a wedge from the early 2000s and the 90s, this is going to be a significant upgrade. It's going to help you play better golf and overall just have more fun on the course. I really hope you guys check it out. I think these are awesome. Look for more videos like this to come in the future. Make sure you subscribe to see all our upcoming videos. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.